Sean Kingston, once the voice behind one of the most unforgettable hits of the 2000s, Beautiful Girls, is now facing the darkest chapter of his life. The singer has officially been sentenced to 3.5 years in prison for a shocking fraud scheme that stunned fans around the world. But what really left everyone speechless? The haunting 3-word plea he made when confronted by police: "Please help me." This is more than just a story about a celebrity downfall. It's a cautionary tale about how fame, money, and poor choices can turn a star into a cautionary headline. And trust me, you'll want to watch until the end, because the details of how Sean Kingston got here are messy and will leave you questioning whether he can ever recover. But before we dive into the shocking details, make sure you subscribe to Gossip Galaxy right now. You don't want to miss our deep dives into Hollywood's scandals, celebrity secrets, and the untold truth behind the headlines. Sean Kingston wasn't just another name in music, he was a global phenomenon. In 2007, his debut single Beautiful Girls topped the charts worldwide. His upbeat, reggae fusion sound made him stand out in an era dominated by R&B and pop. For a time, Kingston was living the dream: wealth, recognition, and a promising career ahead of him. But as the years went on, the hits slowed down, and so did the money. Unlike many artists who adapt and reinvent themselves, Kingston struggled to stay relevant. And in Hollywood, when the spotlight fades, many stars try desperate things to hold on to the lifestyle they once had. Fast forward to recent years, prosecutors say Kingston became entangled in a fraudulent scheme that saw him scamming victims out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. The details are almost unbelievable. Investigators claim Kingston used his fame to lure in wealthy individuals and businesses, convincing them he could provide luxury goods, access to exclusive events, or even promises of investment opportunities. Victims trusted him. After all, he was a known celebrity with a recognizable name. But time and time again, the promises fell flat, the products never arrived, and the money simply vanished. Authorities say it was a pattern: Kingston taking, but never delivering. And with each failed promise, more victims came forward, eventually leading to a full-blown criminal investigation. When law enforcement finally moved in on Kingston, fans expected denial or resistance. Instead, what they heard shocked them. Instead of fighting or defending himself, Kingston reportedly looked at officers and uttered 3 desperate words: "Please help me." Those words painted a heartbreaking picture, not of a man in control, but of someone completely consumed by his own bad choices. But no amount of pleading could erase the mountain of evidence stacked against him: bank statements, contracts, and victims' testimonies. The judge's decision was swift and firm: Sean Kingston would serve 3.5 years in prison. The sentencing was a sobering moment. Reports say Kingston appeared emotional as the verdict was read, his once bright career flashing before him. For fans in the courtroom and around the world, it was a moment of disbelief. How could someone who sang about love, summer, and good vibes end up here, in a prison jumpsuit, awaiting years behind bars? It wasn't just about money, it was about trust. Kingston had used his status, his fame, and his reputation to take advantage of others. And the court wanted to send a clear message: celebrity status does not protect you from justice. What makes this story so painful is the what if. Sean Kingston had all the tools for long-term success. He was talented, charismatic, and already loved by millions. But instead of reinventing his career, he got caught up in chasing fast money and maintaining an image of wealth he could no longer sustain. For his fans, it feels like betrayal. The happy, smiling teen who once sang, "You're way too beautiful, girl," is now serving years for fraud. It's a reminder that behind the music, fame doesn't always equal stability. Now the big question remains: what happens after prison? Will Sean Kingston try to rebuild his career like so many fallen stars before him? Or will his reputation be too damaged to ever recover? Some believe he could make a comeback. After all, scandals don't always end careers in today's entertainment world. But others argue that fraud, deception, and years behind bars will forever overshadow his music. So what do you think? Is Sean Kingston a victim of his own bad decisions, or was this fraud scheme always part of who he was? And do you believe he deserves a second chance once he serves his time? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'll be reading and replying. And don't forget, if you want the inside scoop on every celebrity scandal, Hollywood courtroom drama, and shocking fall from grace, you need to subscribe to Gossip Galaxy right now. Hit that bell so you never miss an update. This is just the beginning of Kingston's story, and trust me, you're going to want to see what happens next.